Whenever these two sides come together, there is this extra joy and competitiveness that comes in out of nowhere. Both India and Australia are two top-class teams. Although not being number one in the ODI rankings, they're probably the two best white ball sides going around at the moment. Both these sides met in Australia last year, where India won the ODI series and pretty much dominated most of the tour. And then the Australians came to India, and after being 2 down in the 5-match ODI series, they ended up winning the series 3-2. And then they went to England for the World Cup, and there, India were a better team on the day. Well, all these memories relived, these two sides come together again in India for a 3-match ODI series. Two very confident sides coming at each other, with India winning the series against the Windies late last year, and then the T20 series against Sri Lanka at home just a few days ago after New Year's. And Australia, on the other hand, they've had a fantastic test summer as well, with beating Pakistan and New Zealand very comfortably. Overall history says that they've played 137 ODI games, where India have won 50 of them and Australia have won 77. And there have been 10 no results. But from 2019, India has had an edge over Australia by just 1 game. The players to focus on from both sides: Jasprit Bumrah and Shikhar Dhawan for India, Marnus Labuschagne and Steve Smith for Australia. Shikhar Dhawan played his last ODI in the World Cup against Australia, where he scored a magnificent match-winning century, but unfortunately for him was ruled out of the rest of the tournament with a finger injury. Bumrah too had a very decent World Cup, and after the competition he stayed out of the game with a back injury. Both these guys made a very strong comeback in the T20 series against Sri Lanka a few days ago and put up decent performances. And now they're both making a comeback into the ODI side as well. As for Australia, Marnus Labuschagne has been in brilliant form. He is considered the next big thing in Australian cricket. Although it is in red ball cricket, there are a lot of people who are saying that he will transform this into the white ball format as well. In a very short 14-match test career, he already has an average of over 60 and has a brilliant double century to his name. And we obviously cannot rule out Steve Smith, can we? He had a very normal World Cup, but he was definitely reborn during the Ashes series, and that form has continued till date. He hasn't had a great one-day knock yet after coming out of the ban, but I think this series might change that, and one big knock is round the corner for Steve Smith. The first player battle would be at the top of the order, Rohit Sharma versus David Warner. Rohit Sharma loves playing against the Australians. Just have a look at these mind-boggling numbers. He's played 37 matches, has got 7 centuries, that includes a double century, 8 half centuries, an average of 61.73 and a strike rate of just over 94. Whereas David Warner against India, 15 innings, almost 700 runs, 2 centuries, 4 half centuries, and a very healthy average of 46.13 and a strike rate of 93.51. This is probably the biggest player battle, Virat Kohli versus Steve Smith. Virat Kohli, just like Rohit Sharma, has fantastic numbers against Australia. An average of almost 54 and a strike rate of 96.21 with 8 centuries and 6 half centuries. Whereas Steve Smith against India, very similar to David Warner, 2 centuries, 4 half centuries, a strike rate of 98 and an average of 52.
Well, the 3 venues that are being used, Mumbai, Rajkot and Bangalore, are all batting paradises, and that is why I have spoken mostly about the batsmen. Well, the stage is finally set, Wankhede is all ready, and the players, I'm sure, are raring to go.